Welcome. I am Mayor Emily Keller, and it is my honor to present to you the 2022 State of the City. During last year's video, I asked you to join us in shaping the best version of Hagerstown for years to come. This past year has proved that we are well on our way there. When I look at Hagerstown and think of the issues we face, I don't see them as issues, I see them as possibilities. We had a year full of tremendous progress and achievements. We are seeing growth all over our city, new businesses opening, community events being supported, and a sense that the city is really coming alive. During this State of the City, we are going to outline some of those achievements and hear from those who are helping to make it happen. Here are some of the reasons you too should believe in what is possible. The Department of Community and Economic Development has been incredibly busy managing a high volume of existing and prospective businesses and investors. The momentum in Hagerstown is undeniable, and many people are reaching out to be a part of it. DCED staff also sold many properties through our competitive negotiated sale process, putting city-owned buildings back in the private sector to meet the growth demands we are experiencing. Our Planning and Code Administration Department continued process enhancements to be business-friendly while providing fast, excellent customer service. One of those enhancements was the creation of an online permitting platform. They continue to fight to protect property values and community safety by enforcing property maintenance codes and working to encourage blight removal. The city was thrilled to be awarded $500,000 through the federal government to concentrate on blight removal, beautifying our city and improving the quality of life for all. Our engineering department has been hard at work. With the completion of Hatters Plaza and the second phase of the Cultural Trail between Antietam Street and Washington Street, we are at the end of the urban improvement project. Last year, we also saw the completion of the dredging and reconstruction of the Pangbourne Park Lake and restoration of Hamilton Run. In addition, we planted over 400 trees. Because of those efforts, Hagerstown was named a Tree City USA for the 36th year in a row. Our finance team has proved once again their ability to manage our citizens' tax dollars diligently, winning the Government Finance Officers Association Award and receiving yet another clean audit. They created the popular annual financial report to convey the financial results of the city to our citizens, which you can access on our website. Our utility department continued to provide a high level of service toward our customers 24/7, 365 days a year. While the work they do is often thankless and behind the scenes, I can say for sure we all appreciate them, as seen especially in times of an outage or issue, since they are always so quick to respond and find a resolution. The Hagerstown Fire Department is currently exploring station location options for optimal delivery of service to the city. They currently have $500,000 in the governor's operating budget for upgrades and replacement of our burn building to provide the best training opportunities, in turn providing the highest level of response to our citizens. Our Fire Marshal's office completed a record year of plan reviews, over 1,000 reviews, and 229 fire investigations. When they aren't fighting fire, the Hagerstown Fire Department participates in many community events, including Operation Warm. Each year, they provide a brand new coat to students in the Chusen Elementary School. It is truly a beautiful effort. The Hagerstown Police Department has been focused on community policing, training, and of course, keeping our community safe. In 2021, members of the HPD completed over 4,000 hours of non-academy training, including implicit bias, helping someone with a mental health issue, community policing, and more. They completed over 1,000 hours of training focused on use of force and de-escalation tactics. HPD has been working diligently to prevent violent crime, putting together task forces to investigate and arrest those doing the most harm in our community. We are pleased to report that data collected by the FBI shows our crime rate is down 27.68% since 2014. From 2020 to 2021, we saw a 9.14% decrease in crime. We believe one of the reasons the crime rate continues to decrease is the coordination with our community services that address root issues in substance use, mental health, and more. HPD partnered with those services using LEAD, Law Enforcement Assisted Diversion, and this year enhanced LEAD with our youth population. This provides an opportunity for low-level offenders to enroll in a treatment and wellness program and receive help that they need. Feeling and being safe in Hagerstown is our #1 priority, and we are pleased to see the hard work of the Hagerstown Police Department showing itself in the statistics as well as in the feelings throughout our neighborhoods. Our administration is focused on community unity and bringing back the crowds and excitement to Hagerstown. To do this, we are in the process of revamping and relaunching our Main Street program. We started with an advisory council, which hit the ground running, already finalizing a logo rebranding to celebrate downtown Hagerstown. Our Arts and Entertainment District is currently going through its 10-year recertification process. This also started with the new advisory council, who've been busy holding a listening tour and processing the results of an online survey with input on the new recertification. We look forward to a massive community partnership between these two groups, our existing arts and entertainment specialists, and any volunteer who want to join us in believing in all that is possible in Hagerstown.
In 2021, we brought the crowds back to Hagerstown thanks to free, family-friendly events such as the Imagine Hagerstown 4th Friday Music Series that took place in University Plaza from May through September. The Dolman Black Heritage Museum hosted Hagerstown's inaugural Juneteenth celebration with assistance from the city. The two-day event was rich in both history and hope. An impromptu first-ever downtown Halloween event included costume contests, haunted hijinks, and lots of fun. The traditional tree lighting on the square was highlighted by holiday musical performances, the arrival of Santa Claus, and of course, the lighting of the tree. And speaking of traditions, returning to its original format, the Middletown Valley Bank Crumpy's Donut Drop featured coffee, donuts, and fireworks. Those were some good times, but they're just a few examples of what's possible when we all get together in Hagerstown.
I'm looking forward to the proposed Hagerstown Fieldhouse becoming a reality. I think it's the best use for the old stadium to spur redevelopment of the East End and our urban core. It's a project the community has actually long desired and a public amenity that should certainly pay for itself long into the future. I know it's one of several big projects on the city's horizon, and I believe we've exercised the necessary level of transparency in securing the overwhelming public response for such a large public investment. The Hagerstown Fieldhouse will make it possible for the city to become the destinational mecca I've dreamed of, and I can't wait to see it filled with families.
Every year is a big year for Hagerstown Parks and Rec, but this past year was a banner year. Earth and Arbor Day events at City Park created a round-the-year impact, with the planting of trees becoming a key component in creating the new Arboretum trails there. And the park was a major focal point in 2021, with the production of a 6-part video series on the history of City Park, leading up to its iconic lake hosting fireworks for the first time ever as part of its 100th anniversary celebration. And that was in addition to the grand reopening of the City Park Train Hub in the spring, the installation and ribbon cutting for the park's education and fitness-oriented story walk in the summer, restoration work to preserve historic wine cellar near the Mansion House in the late fall, and an even more expansive and festive holiday lights and music experience illuminated the park in the winter. And again, that was just at City Park, illustrating just when you think we've seen and experienced it all, even more is possible.
Economic development continued to flourish in the city in 2021. North Point Development's 4-warehouse project on Vasel Boulevard saw the opening of the Amazon and Herbalife Nutrition Distribution Centers, part of the $169 million investment that has already generated over 1,000 new jobs. The public-private partnership also literally helped pave the way for the completion of the $6 million roadway reconstruction there, which finished up in late fall. Additionally, TerraSen announced its purchase of the former paper plant in Cascades Tissue Group facility across from Municipal Stadium. Their investment will not only create occupation of the long vacant facility, but it is expected to produce jobs too. And residentially, home builders were busy in the city last year as new home construction increased 156% from 2020. Couple that with the incentives included in the new and improved Hagerstown Home Ownership Initiative, and you get 2 refreshing indications of what's possible for anyone who wants to invest and live in the city of Hagerstown.
One of our main goals as an elected body was to be a community-oriented administration. We demonstrated that this past year in a number of different ways, including taking the input you provided through the community survey and implementing it into our own strategic plan. We also rolled up our sleeves and put on our gloves to join you in beautifying our neighborhoods during community cleanup days. And I was honored to take a lead role in organizing community meetings that have led to a plan to make much needed upgrades to Wheaton Park. And that's just for starters. Stay tuned in 2022 for more of what's possible for your City Council.
The City of Hagerstown is fortunate to be a recipient of $20.4 million, $10.2 million of which was received in 2021 as a result of the President's American Rescue Plan Act. These funds are transformational for communities such as ours in an effort to recover from the setbacks and delays of civic projects due to year 2 of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Mayor and City Council have already approved expenditures from this initial funding to benefit our community in areas related to public safety, utilities, behavioral health, and in direct support of our city staff who continue to provide the high quality of services and support this community expects. It is safe to say that during the State of the City in 2021, there were few that expected we would still be in the midst of this pandemic, especially those that operate a small business. Again, the resiliency of our small business owners and the motivations and passions of those just entering into business, not only in our downtown but throughout the city, is inspiring and an example to the rest of the region as to the strength of our city to provide opportunity. Best-selling author Nicole Snow states, "A small business is an amazing way to serve and leave an impact on the world you live in." This could not be more true than here in Hagerstown. Let's hear from a couple of these small business owners that are indeed leaving an impact on our community.
I own the Yarn Shop downtown, co-own the Yarn Shop downtown with my husband Brian, as well as Knowles Fire Protection. We also own the ice cream shop next door. We own Knoll Realty Holdings, which has several properties, one of which is the Alsatia Club here in town that we recently purchased.
Our background starts in Brunswick, Maryland. We opened our first brewery almost 6 years ago in the Brunswick Fire Hall. Limited on space, big building, limited on space, so we decided to expand into Frederick.
Coming to Hagerstown was always kind of in the back of our mind. Being in Frederick County is great and all, but with 2 locations that are 20 miles from each other, we kind of wanted to branch out.
It definitely was an idea that I had and a dream that I had, and I went to my childhood best friend and I said, I want to open a juice bar, and her response was,
I'll quit my job today.
We wanted a storefront. We wanted something that you could directly walk into, windows, look in, sign. We wanted that whole feel of, the downtown area.
Yeah, that's what I'm most excited about personally. Downtown, I've lived in Maryland my whole life. Visited most of the big cities in Maryland, and the architecture in downtown Hagerstown is absolutely beautiful. It's really cool, really unique, and I'm really excited to be a part of that.
What appeals to me about downtown Hagerstown is it was a lot about perception versus reality of what downtown Hagerstown is and presents. It's not what is actually happening on Facebook. It's not your perception. The reality of it is that I will walk out here at night when it's pitch dark and I will have nobody approach me and I am perfectly safe. And my customers are safe too. There is a vibrant community and you can see it starting to emerge. And people want to come into downtown Hagerstown. They want to spend money in downtown Hagerstown.
I would say if anyone's thinking about coming downtown or not coming downtown, I would say run to downtown.
10 years ago, I would not have most likely considered Hagerstown. But there's something in the air. People here know better than we do. When we're figuring out and getting a feel for it, there is an energy. I have to give credit to the mayor. She has great foresight.
It's really nice to see things changing and a more diverse downtown Hagerstown. People are working together. It's energetic. It's great to see a mayor and council that when there was a problem, for example, I know that people were complaining about the trash. They didn't just sit there and call somebody. They got out trash bags and they walked the city and they had a couple cleanup days and they cleaned it up. It's really nice to see somebody doing something within the city and not just delivering lip service.
In addition to that, people always try to compare downtown to other downtown areas. We're not Frederick downtown, we are Hagerstown downtown, and we need to embrace that. Always, like I had to tell the middle school today, like, you have an idea, go for it. So I'm just here to encourage people, if you want to open a business, there's so many grants that are, just revitalizing the downtown area. Take advantage of that. This is historical, so let's just build together. You have an idea of a business, open it, and just watch the support that you get from the downtown.
The city has been beyond expectations as far as support, information, communication. I joke with some of the staff. They truly act like they work for a for-profit organization, and that's great. That's refreshing.
Yeah. It's remarkable that we can get email responses at 11 p.m. You know,
yes, they're going out of their way, and that's also why I'm sharing this experience with other people that are outside of Hagerstown. It's very encouraging, and they've made it very friendly and very easy for us so far.
A lot of people told us to expect controversy, to expect the city to hold us back because we were a Black-owned business coming downtown. They told us all these bad things, and so we were kind of like, oh gosh. We never encountered one thing.
Never. And even when we did our ribbon cutting, once the city put that out there, it just really, our doors really flooded.
We did so well in the 2 hours of our ribbon cutting, we had to close that day.
Yes,
because we ran out of stuff, and if our produce wasn't coming until the next day, we wouldn't have had anything to open up the next day. So we actually left and celebrated that day because we had such an awesome day. We even had a commissioner come out and he said, I don't come downtown too often. It takes something special to bring me out, and he presented us with a certificate as well.
When I had gotten word that the Alsatia Club, because they're a nonprofit and due to COVID, it knocked down their funds, I knew that the building was getting ready to come up for sale from somebody that I know through the Alsatia Club. So we decided to purchase that building. We decided that investing in downtown Hagerstown is what we wanted to do. There's going to be a stadium in downtown Hagerstown. We are seeing the revitalization and the growth happening now. As a business owner and as somebody who's able to, we decided to commit ourselves to downtown Hagerstown and to seeing it grow by helping out by investing our funds into it.
We fell in love with this building immediately. We knew this was the space. That was going to be a production-sized brewery. So that is our intention, is to expand our production to a 30-barrel brew house.
Another thing that we're really excited about is the space in our parking lot that allows for a lot of opportunities in terms of events, especially during the spring and summertime. We're really big fans of live music, and I'm excited to be able to have anything from food truck festivals to mini beer festivals to live music. That parking lot space really opens up a lot of opportunities.
What's possible in Hagerstown? Anything is possible in Hagerstown. Your dreams are possible in Hagerstown. A person that knows nothing about politics, it is possible in Hagerstown for you to learn that. It's possible for you to run for any city office in Hagerstown. It's possible for you to open up your own business. It's possible for you to be an amazing person in Hagerstown.
Baseball player Tommy Lasorda said the difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination. I believe the same thing can be said about Hagerstown. Together, we are determined to make Hagerstown the ideal place to live, work, and thrive. Together, we are determined to inspire people to become engaged and enthusiastic about the changes we are experiencing. Together, we are determined to support our local businesses, take pride in our neighborhoods, and care about each other. What is possible, you may have asked before? I think if we have learned anything this year and throughout this presentation, it's that when we come together and work hard, anything is possible. Hagerstown, it's our time.